Thank you so much. Alright, Jennifer, before we move ahead and dive into our exact lesson, I would love to know and please let us know. I really want to know this that what have you achieved so far in your life and what are you going to achieve next in your life? If I talk about myself, so I have achieved a lot in my life, Alhamdulillah. uh, Almost everything, but not my primary goal. But I do believe that I'm on halfway there, and soon I'll get there. Soon I'll achieve what I want the most. So now I want you to please move ahead and let us know about yours. What do you want to achieve in your life?
Let's see. Right now, let's see. What do I want to do? I'm trying to get my teacher certifications together. Um, I'm trying to pay off my debts. I'm trying to get better at yoga.
All right, Jennifer, and thank you so much. Now I want to ask you a really important question, a question that has been looping in almost every single English learner's mind. And the question is, what if a non-native English speaker who is struggling with his her English make any sorts of mistake in grammar, pronunciation, or anything else like that in front of a native English speaker? So, will they mind it? Will it affect the conversation? Or will they get furious? Like I've heard, I don't know whether it's true or not, but I've heard that some native English speaker do mind this. If you make any sorts of mistake before them, so they mind it. So what do you think about this?
That's if they. It depends on the native speaker, because not all native speakers speak English properly. What they and you're not really getting the same result with different Americans or different English speakers, because they all have their different things. Some English speakers won't care. They'll just figure it out, because there's a lot of English speakers that cannot speak English properly. A snob might be disrespectful. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes the one thing I notice with non-natives, or no, with English speakers, is if they don't understand your accent, they have an attitude.
Right.
If they don't understand you, I don't like this behavior. I don't personally like this behavior, but I've seen it. Where if they don't understand what you're saying and you can't communicate it to them, they get very disrespectful. I don't like
Right.
that, but it's what they do.
Yeah, totally. Jennifer, I'm totally agree with this. Like I'm Pashto and we speak Pashto. Like Pashto is my native language, alright? So if anyone who is trying to learn my native language Pashto, if he or she make any kind of mistake while learning my language, my native language, so why would I mind this? I won't mind this. Rather, I will try to correct them.
I
Right?
They only mind it is if I told you every English speaker is different. It
Mhm.
depends who you're talking to, because that question is incredibly broad. Most
Alright.
English speakers don't care, but if they don't understand your accent, they will give you an attitude because they just don't understand it.
Yeah.
The
Alright. Alright.
Then you'll get another type of person that's just
Mhm.
snobby. They have an attitude problem. But for the most part, a native English speakers are very, very nice, and they usually are not disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Another question that just popped up into my head, and that is, as you know, there are many accents in English language, like British, American, Australian, Indian, and many more. And British and American are the most popular accents. I know what is the difference between, but most of my students and a lot of people are confused. They don't know which accent should they learn, which accent should they focus on, which accent is more bitter, more pure. So can you please clarify and can you please tell us which accent should they learn and which accent should they focus on?
I've told many children this. You choose I tell them, do what you think is right. When it comes to accents, pick
Mhm.
the accent that you're happy with. I had a young boy from Saudi Arabia named Mohammed. He was very young. He was like 8. He asked me, teacher, what accent should I have? My mother said I should have a British accent. My dad says I should have an American accent. What do you think? And I told him to choose what was right for him, whatever made him happy. He said I was his only American tutor, and I was fine with that, but I told him, pick an accent that will make you happy.
Alright, like you mean that it depends. If you want to learn American accent, just go ahead and learn it. And if you want to learn the
Exactly.
UK accent, like the British accent, so just move ahead and learn that. One more question now, and this is the final question. But first of all, I'd like to remove this one and leave this one over here. So, what would you suggest to those people? Like a lot of my students have been asking me over and over and over. Some of them say that, sir, we have been learning English for a very long time, for about 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. We have learned a lot of vocabulary, grammar, this, that, and everything. But still, we are unable to speak English. We can't speak English. We are not fluent in English. What should we do? The simple answer that I give to this question is, look, if you want to learn how to write, then you have to write, and you have to write every day. If you want to improve your listening comprehension, so you have to listen, and you have to listen a lot. If you want to learn how to read, then you have to and read a lot. Likewise, if you want to improve your speaking proficiency, if you want to speak, so you have to speak, and speak every day regularly. So, what do you think? Is this enough, or there is something else?
It is true because there's there's the good, the bad, and the ugly about English. The good parts are the proper English. The bad parts are the slang. And the thing and the ugly could possibly be all the different ways we express information to each other that doesn't necessarily you won't necessarily find it in an American or British textbook. Um, like our colloquial language. For instance, if you hear somebody say, oh, like, come on, I don't want to go there. Like, really? You're going to think, what the heck are you talking about? But there's people in college that talk like that all the time. So,
Yeah.